Today I am super excited. I couldn't wait to get out of bed this morning because I'd like to reveal to the golfing world today what I believe was Ben Hogan's secret. Jack back.
'46 was also the year he finally faced up to the dreaded hook. He left the tour and went home to Fort Worth. His good friend Henry Picard, a top-ranked player himself, suggested that he learn to fade the ball.
I was hooking so badly that I couldn't get a forward off of the ground. And I had to use iron clips all the time. And after that tournament, I came home, and of course I said to myself, you can't play this way. So I came home and I spent 2 weeks here, and I woke up one morning and I had an idea how to do this. And this is just about daylight. I went to the golf course and spent all day until dark, and this thing worked like a charm for me.
He experimented with a slight change of grip and a swing modification. It worked. After days on the practice tee, he had perfected the shot, a slight fade at the end with little loss of distance and greater control. Now the ultimate test, tournament competition, and the swing held up. The touring pros noticed the hook was gone, and when they asked about the difference, he said, "I have a secret."
So there's been a lot of talk on YouTube about Ben Hogan's secret, and who knows, it could have been a million things, right? Some people might say it's the way that he used this elbow. Some people might say it's the way he slid into his left knee. Some other people might say it's the way he used the piece of this finger to push the club through the ball. And all of these ideas, you know, are great, and I've played around with them and tried to see which ones work or don't work. But none of them ever really handled the test of time, I could say. But a few weeks ago, I came across something that I think has lasted now for a number of weeks, and it's taken my ball striking to another level. Ben Hogan's secret, in my opinion, can all be seen at impact. What he wanted to be able to do was hit the ball with full power and not be afraid of hooking the ball to the left. So he said in Life magazine that he had a secret. Now what he did reveal about the secret that we know is he said that it had to do with his short left thumb. People also said it had to do with the cupping of the wrist at the top of the backswing. Now these are parts of it that are very, very important. But ultimately what the secret was he allowed the club to roll under plane at this point so that the wrist was supinated far earlier than before. And basically the wrist can't roll anymore at this point, so the club face is square, and he drove this position all the way home through impact. Now this is so crazy because I realized a couple years ago, if you've been watching my videos, I described a position I call Shangri-La, which is where the club has been rolled under plane and Hogan is like this. And you'll also notice that Sergio Garcia has this same move. So the reason why this is so remarkable is because this club has to be allowed to fall under plane if you're going to find this position here. Almost every golfer in the world keeps the club above this plane. And these people who talk about driving this lag position, this lag position isn't going to help you because it's going to force you to close the face very rapidly. But with the Shangri-La position, the club face is already rolled over. So there's nothing left to do except hit the ball as hard as you can. So in summation, he got the club into this position early. And this kept the club head very square through the impact zone. Instead of doing this through impact, like 95% of golfers, what Mr. Hogan did was this through impact. This is the secret. I like to use a little bit of a caddy drag to help me roll the club up into the cupped position at the top. Now from this cupped position at the top, we want to drive our elbow in front of our hip into Slotsville. As we're digging our elbow into our hip, we're going to do the Hogan roll into Shangri-La. Once we get to Shangri-La, the only thing left to do is pivot and drive the club head through impact. And that was Ben Hogan's secret.